Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to explain you all the ETL interview questions. So part 1 I have already made, and so far I have covered the 14 questions, and today I'm going to cover the remaining question, and also I have included the Sai Prasad question that he asked me few days back. So that was also really a very good question. So maybe to answer his question, so maybe I'll make a separate video. Okay, so let's just start with all the remaining question, that is from the 15 point. So what is the difference between drop, delete and truncate command of SQL? So drop basically it drops the complete table from the database. Suppose if we want to delete any table and also we don't want to contain store any table structure. So in that case we use the drop command of SQL. So the basic syntax of drop is drop table and the table name. So by this way we can drop the any table. Okay, now what is truncate? So truncate delete all the records that present in any table. So suppose if you want to delete all the records that present in the person2 table, we can use truncate table and the table name. And the third one is the delete. So delete will basically delete command delete one or more existing record from the table. Okay, so suppose if you want to delete any specific person ID or any specific last name or first name, so that we can for that we can use delete command. So in the where clause we have to put the condition like we I want to delete the record where the person ID is equal to 1, or the delete the record where the last name is like Singh. Okay. Now moving to the next question. That is do you know about informatica, Mapplet, workflow, and session and informatica scheduler? So that all question I'll explain you in the next video, where I'll give you the high level overview of the Informatica tool, and will explain you all the tool, like what is a repository and what is Mapplet workflow. Okay, so in today's video I'm not going to cover that part. Now moving to the next question, that is related to the test management tool and the defect life cycle, that I'll also cover in a separate video, where I'll make explain you the test management tool and the defect life cycle. Now the 23rd question is NVL and NVL tool. So that I already covered. See, that I already explained in one of my videos. So this video you can refer. Now, the 24th question is how to display the fourth and seventh record from a table. Okay, so by using the CT, we can easily find out the any number of records. So let me give you some idea. So in person2 table we have four records. Okay, but I want to fetch the second record and the fourth record. So how we can find out that record? So by using the with CT as now. Now we have to put this select statement here, and now suppose I want to find out the record where the person ID is second, maybe in the ascending order or in the descending order. So for that we have to use row number, row number over order by person ID descending. So suppose if you want to fetch the data based on the any order. Suppose you want to fetch the person ID where the its person ID is maximum. So suppose if so in that case you have to define the order of the person ID. So that I already mentioned, like order by person ID is descending. Okay. So let's first execute this query. So suppose I have given the order, like I want to see the data in descending order. So that's why for the sixth person ID, row number has given the auto increment, that the unique number as 1, and for the fifth one it has given the row number as 2. So now I want to fetch the second highest person ID and the third or fourth maximum person ID. Okay, now we have to use the select star from city where fetch order equal to 2. Okay, so what this query will give you? It will give you the second maximum person ID. So fifth record is of the maximum order. So that's why that record you have received. Okay. 1 to 5th. Okay, now I want to get the uh, lowest record where the person ID is lowest. Okay, now run this query, but I have to give 4. So this will give you the lowest record. Okay, okay, so that I also covered. Now comes to positive and negative testing scenarios. So positive and so whatever transformation rule you are going to test that comes under the positive testing scenario. But if you want to break the code or check the boundary level testing, all those scenarios comes under the negative testing scenario. Suppose if we are going to test any specific column where the data type is of any like a floating number, so that we have to check whether it's giving the suppose for that we have to create a test data like 1 2 3 and the second test data with the decimal number, so that way we can check how that table is accepting the data. So with various combination of data, we can like create a permutation and combination of any testing scenarios. Okay. Now the 26th question is, suppose source table having 1,000 records but in target loaded only 800 records. Then how you validate the data? So by using the minimum or the minus or the except function, we can identify the record that I already covered in one of my video. Now 27 question is from source to staging, how you are getting the data. So sometimes we are running the ETL jobs to get the data from source to staging, and sometimes we are loading the data by using the flat file or any other method. Like sometimes we have to execute the pipelines as well. So there are different approaches to load the data from source to staging. Okay. Now, the 20th question is, can you tell me some table name in your staging area? Yes, you can say that like the employee table or the any dimension, not dimension table or any table structure you can say like employee table, city table, any table you can say that mm, that in your project you have all this table are present. Okay. Now the next one is, suppose we have 100 record in source and we have to do one-to-one mapping, but in staging the data type is different. Other than that, everything is same. Explain how you validate the data. Okay. So for that, suppose first we have to validate like all the 100 records are loaded properly into the target table. Okay. And what for suppose one or two columns we have a different data type. Suppose in this staging we have integer defined for any particular column, but in the target that is a float value. So now we have to check how the target is accepting the integer number or decimal number. So this way we can validate the data from the source to target of the different data types. Can you explain what validation you have done in your project so that you can say like I have validated all the transformation rule and the source to target data movement, the counts, the and the like table structure, etc. Okay. So what are the constraints you validated that you can say null, not null, or yeah, that all constraint that you can say that. Now the last question is the employee table. So he created one table that is employee table, employee ID, employee name, manager ID. Okay, and he asked me to write a query to fetch the employee who don't have any manager. So that's a very simple question. So you can simple write a select query and put in where condition where manager ID is null or whatever value they have defined. So for zero, if they have mentioned like it has no manager, so you can mention where manager ID equal to zero or null. And the second table he created the department table where he mentioned department ID, department name, and employee name. Now the query that he asked, right, a query to fetch all the records from the employee and matching records from the department table. So that also is simple. You have to join both the table with the employee name because in the second table we don't have any employee ID column present. So you can join both the table by using by joining the employee name. Okay. So I have covered all the questions that Shivanand has asked. So in my next video, I'll cover the Sai Prasad question. So that question will take time to explain you. I hope you like my this video and also let me know. Okay, I have missed one question. Yeah. So in the last video, I have not covered this one. If you have full name like Ramu.Kumar, can you separate these two names from single name? Yes, by using the string underscore index, we could easily separate the any name. Okay, so suppose here a separator is dot. Okay, so first copy this one. Okay, so how this function works? So here I have given the name Ramu.Kumar and also given the separator like dot. And what is one? One means basically whatever data that comes left hand side. Okay, so left hand side means Ramu. Okay, and minus one means equal to the left hand side of the separator, that is Kumar. Okay, so let's see. So see, first name is is Ramu and the last name is Kumar. So by using the substring underscore index, we can easily separate the name. Okay. So I think I have covered all the questions. So please let me know if you want me to explain any specific interview question. So I hope you like my this video and please do like and subscribe my channel. Till then, bye.